names later, okay? This will be,
Yes, good morning, everyone. Most of you know me, but I'm Harvey Aronson, and this is Ann Klein. We are the founding resident teachers of Dawn Mountain. Welcome on a sunny Sunday morning. We're in the middle of a retreat that some of us are doing, so welcome to the retreat energy for everybody. We do a simple, so we're sending around a book, and in the book, basically, we're asking for names of people who you think you would like us to hold in our collective mind for our well-wishing. It can be people who are ill or under some stress.
for people in the retreat, you will keep the names that you already have. So this is really for the people who haven't been here
If
to
you're in
enter
the
names
retreat, you
for
don't have
today.
to put your names in. We'll
We'll
read
do the
those
retreat names
separately.
later.
If you have any other new names, that's fine. People who have departed, you can put their names and we'll read them at the end. We do a simple 2 different mindfulness meditations. And the first is to place our attention on the breath and rest in the process of breathing. And the second is to focus on a chant on a sacred syllable, hung. We say it twice, hung, hung. And we focus our breath and our attention and our mind on the process of chanting. So why do we do these things? We are cultivating attention, and in many ways how we work with our attention is determinative of our quality of life. If we find ourselves letting circumstances govern our attention, we tend to feel reactive. We tend to feel at the whim of circumstance. And if we have some capacity for holding our attention, we might find that we have some options. Instead of being reactive, we may feel a bit more proactive. And so a lot of the current research and interest on mindfulness and attention has to do with developing some capacity for impulse control, some capacity for creating some space around emotional reactivity. And that's all important, and we've talked about that in the past, but I think I've said this before, but I'm a type of a person. On the Myers-Briggs, I'm an intuitive, and intuitives never can say the same thing twice. It's just not part of our nature. So I always like to say something different, which makes doing lectures always a fresh task for me. So there's always more work, but at least I find it interesting. So I was thinking about what should I talk about today that I'm interested in that would be helpful to people. So along with a moderation of reactivity, which is very, very useful, 3 words came to me, and they are acceptance, and curiosity, and wonder. And acceptance is part of the process of cultivating attention. We are resting in our breath, and we really are then accepting wherever the breath is, we're accepting that, and we're accepting the quality of the breath, we're accepting all of our experience, and even if there are emotions and thoughts occurring as we're resting in our breath, we're accepting that. We're not fighting it. A lot of people come into a process of meditation and they just want to fight. And they want to fight with themselves, and they want to fight with their mind, and they want to fight with the fact that they've got thoughts and they've got emotions. And I'm here to give you the real news. Please be a friend unto yourself. It's a bit of a paradox, but the counterintuitive thing is if you actually have an accepting attitude towards yourself, you're just going to be a lot better off in many, many areas of your life. And so if you're accepting in the process of breathing, you're allowing yourself to become focused and rest and accepting what's going on. If you get completely distracted, there too, you don't beat yourself up. You just make a note, distraction, distraction. And bring your attention back to resting in the breath. Part of attention is that we're allowing ourselves to get more in touch with the deep, mindful, aware inner nature that we all have. It's there, but it's kind of trained out of us. And by cultivating this kind of attentional practice, one of the qualities that we are cultivating and is naturally there in the mind is a quality of curiosity. It's really a great blessing to have curiosity. And in a way, you do need curiosity to practice meditation. If I were to tell many, many people, well, what do? Well, we just put our attention on our breath and we just rest in that. It doesn't sound very interesting. And so it really does take some curiosity to engage in something seemingly so boring. But now a word from Plato. It's a little bit interesting. Descartes actually was, you're probably wondering, where is this guy going? Is he having a manic episode on us? We are all children of Descartes, René Descartes. And it's a little bit complicated, and I can't do justice to it all. But it used to be the case that the world of mind and body and mind and reality was seen as kind of interpenetrative. And so on a day like today, people would quite easily say, and we still do, because many of us are still somewhat Platonists, it's a beautiful day, I feel beautiful. And this, of course, occurs a lot in California, where it becomes a kind of disease, but that's another story and another lecture. But it's a beautiful day, and I feel beautiful. There's some kind of coalescence between the subject and the object, between the mind and what it's perceiving. And with Plato, you would contemplate reality in order for the essential idea of, for example, beauty that infuses reality to both infuse what's external, because it does infuse external, but also to infuse your spirit, your soul, your mind. And so the Platonic endeavor was to realize the essential spiritual ideas or qualities that are present in reality by contemplation, because if you're contemplating beauty, the mind becomes beautiful. Truth, mind becomes truthful. You know, essential spiritual reality, the mind becomes in touch with essential spiritual reality. So one of the things that occurs is if we have curiosity and if we start settling our mind with attention, curiosity actually very, very naturally, it's really an aspect of the mind. It's part of the mindful nature. Just very, very naturally, wonder emerges. And wonder is quite a blessing. I'm going to forget his name. Oh yes, Rudolf Otto was a scholar of religion, and he came up with what is it that religious people are relating to, and it was the mysterium tremendum. Mysterium is mystery. Tremendum actually means kind of fearful, but part of fear can be awe, and part of awe can be wonder. And really what an attentive mind allows us to go to is curiosity, and curiosity in turn allows wonder to emerge. And wonder is a wonderful quality of mind because it has survived the Cartesian split, the Descartes split between subject and object. When I look at you and see you with wonder, you are wonderful, and wonder pervades my mind. And it is part of the mysterium tremendum. We are participating with a kind of divine reality. Yesterday I was driving around after our day finished here, and I'd run some errands or something. But anyway, right about, it must have been, I guess it was after dinner. So it was about 7-ish. In the western sky, the storm had passed, but it was just at about 7-ish or 7:30, and you could see the edge of the clouds, which are seemingly right above Highway 6. I mean, I was sort of in the center of town, but you could see in the distance, and then it was just blue sky, and then the sun radiantly broke through. And if you were looking east, it was like dark and black and ominous, but the sun was like radiant and beautiful. And it was just like amazing. And it was interesting because part of me was saying, oh, I've got to take my camera out and take some pictures. And that's actually one thread of reality that we all get into, which is we want to sort of capture things and hold on to things, but we don't necessarily allow experience just to pervade us and invade us and affect us. I said, no, I'm just going to. And of course, my battery was dead, so it sort of allowed me to be a much better spiritual person. And on the radio, I'm listening to the radio, and I'm listening to PBX Remix, which is my favorite Sirius station. And they have this interview with this guy named Nathan Glazer, who devised the I Love New York thing. He's a graphics designer, he's an artist. And you'll be able to tell me what the name of this artist is. There's something like Petrocella or Fret.
Tomaselli?
No, there's a show at the Frick, but I don't know if this was recent. Yeah, it's an old Italian artist. But anyway, he's painted some feet that this guy, Nathan Glazer, I can just look at these feet forever. But he says, you know, great art or great graphics, and even this I Love New York, he says, people keep coming back to it. He says, You know, the mystery, it's a mystery, actually. Ultimately, great art, great graphics, part of it is you can never fathom what it's doing, what it's touching. It's like, it's actually a mystery. So we're back to that mystery. And meanwhile, I'm doing this thing with the sunset and the black clouds, and it's like Nathan Glazer is describing my experience on the radio. It was just one of these, life is great, and I'm touched. And really a capacity to be with our experience and to be attentive and to be curious allows wonder to arise. And with wonder, even and not knowing, what is it about that dark sky and that light? And I actually was wondering, what is it about it? It's just so, just touching in some way. And there's something fresh and alive, and we're out of our ordinary sort of dull, kind of ordinary, kind of regular mind, and we're into a more of a beginner's mind, something fresh and new. And I think this is one of the gifts of attention practice. And so it's acceptance, curiosity, wonder. So I thought I'd leave you with that. And so we'll do some practice. So just rest, place your attention on the breathing and rest in it. And have a simple kind of straight posture. Your eyes can be down towards the ground but not focused or closed. Just let yourself rest in the process of breathing. just take a few moments to not even be doing any kind of focusing, and just let yourself be. However you are. Thoughts are coming, thoughts are not coming, feelings are coming, they're not coming. However you are, just allow yourself to have a full sense of space, others, yourself, and just a curious openness to your current state. We'll have about a 10-minute break. There's some refreshments out there, I think, and do a little socializing.
Dawn Mountain offers traditional Buddhist teachings, primarily in the Tibetan tradition, in a way that is accessible to contemporary Americans. Having studied and practiced for many years under recognized Tibetan masters, and understanding that these teachings provide a way to realize the natural state of mind that embodies profound wisdom and deep love, Anne Klein and Harvey Aronson wished to share these traditions here in the United States. As a result, they established Dawn Mountain in June 1996, based on the core belief that it is possible to cultivate a better understanding of our deepest nature, which in turn facilitates new levels of mental calm and self-acceptance.
So our inspiration really comes from our love and gratitude to our own teachers. They spent so much time and care with us over many, many years.
Khetsen Rinpoche was extraordinarily compassionate. He had a terrific sense of humor. And just his ability to be present and immediate and just there. Adzon Rinpoche is extraordinarily compassionate and grounded.
And we've had extraordinary experiences with Adzon Rinpoche, whom I met in Tibet in 96. And I've had many, 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 many hours of just, one-on-one conversation, a person who has tens of thousands of students to attend to. Okay, there's this wealth of cultural wisdom in Tibet. It's encoded in texts, in practices, in rituals, in art, and many people in the West are attracted to it, and yet Westerners are Westerners. We're Westerners. We're not monastics. We may dedicate our lives to practice in our heart of hearts, but we have families, we have jobs, we have all kinds of responsibilities. So how can we communicate and really experience transformation through these practices? For that, some kind of bridging is necessary. We're also a community center, nonprofit community center, which is the hub of our work extending life skills, the life skills of cultivating calm, of cultivating ease in life, of cultivating kindness.
What did you do today that you liked?
Make the glittery thing to show your anger.
And what happened when you shook up the glittery thing?
It made me feel a little bit like I wanted to meditate in peace.
And then the Research Institute is where we look at what we can provide by way of information gained through research for the interested public. So we've mentioned that our own teachings here, which are drawn from work that we've done, our own translation work, our own study, and so forth, some of these will start appearing as pamphlets for practitioners here, and some of them will become books that will be published and will be widely available to the larger public. And I am right now in the process of gathering a team to translate a text from this tradition, which he powerfully feels, and which I also have a very, very strong wish to see translated, and we hope to do more of that. We've seen people telling us how their lives have changed, how their lives are improved, the comfort, the inspiration that they feel coming to Dawn Mountain. We really are inspired to envision a way that Dawn Mountain becomes a stable beacon and place of gathering for people who wish to practice at whatever level.
I trust the teachings. I feel in the place. I feel that I am constantly fed.
And I can feel my breathing better because of the way my legs are positioned.
How long have you been sitting like that?
I learned it when I started coming here.
And it's not only been in the spiritual sense, but also in every aspect of my daily life. I feel that I'm less stressed out. I don't get as angry or as depressed as I used to.
It's good. It teaches me how to kind of relax and be mindful and help with school and stuff like that whenever I get aggravated.
One of our projects that has come to partial fruition is that we have developed a curriculum, which is posted on our website, that explains the open matrix of what a spiritual path can be, supported here at Dawn Mountain.
We've slowly become aware of the power of the media, and it is clear now that there is great interest in both our broadcasts from here, and from time to time we might be able to have broadcasts from Asia with Adzom Rinpoche or his sister Anila. Without students there are no teachers, and without teachers there are no students. We all dependently create one another. So we're very, very excited by the energy that is in the community. The community is alive, it is supportive, it is growing, and it really wishes to thrive, and we want to participate in that thriving in every way that we can. But we're really talking about finding a space of shared values. And if individuals share the values that we have in terms of coming to a deep appreciation of our innermost nature, then come and participate. That's the most significant thing that we can do together. Just sharing our participation is lovely and meaningful. And anything above and beyond that by way of offering service for this community, offering financial, flows naturally. And we expect that that will just be a natural outflow for people because of that shared interest.
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts, engage Dharma wholly. I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts, engage Dharma holy.
Spring fever is in the air. It's nice. So actually we don't in ultimate view see a contradiction between noise and silence. But you have to get a little bit acquainted with silence to get to appreciate that. Takes a while. One of the first Tibetans I ever met was named Sonam Kazi. He's still alive. He's a big teacher, a very important teacher. And we were sitting at the lake of University of Wisconsin, and he said, "Times Square is a great place to meditate." That always stayed with me. Not for beginners. Okay, we will resume resting in our breath. Om Ho, Om Ho, Om Ho, Om Ho, Om And just take a moment to allow yourself to just be with yourself and the space. The field that we've all created together. Community experience that we're all tasting together. Renee, could you light the candle? So we do the blessing on this page. Maybe Claire will lead us.
With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala.
And this morning we're bringing to mind Olga Einhorn in the Bardo, Mr. Willis in the Bardo, Francis and Albert, Buddy, Misty and her daughter, Elizabeth, Dawn and Jenna, Diane and Kathy and Cheryl, Catherine, Michelle, Jim and Teresa, Job Search, Dorothy Rice and the Bardo, Camilla, Wenmos, Craig and family, Hans, Lucia, Menga, Anna Marie, Krish, Christy and Colby Broussard, Susie and Jerry Rodriguez, Etta Blanchett, Barlow family, Lucio family, Zane Wong, Sox Sakat, Agudelo family, George Helland, Antonia, Eleanor Day in the class of 2015, Linda Kornberg, Danielle, and Hannah the cat. And we conclude with a syllable, which is simple, which is both resonating with the nature, our deepest nature, and expresses our wishes for compassion for all. A simple ah. Coming from the illumination of our heart. We thank you all for being here. We will be having first and third Tuesdays in April and May will be on mindfulness and the process of death. First and third Tuesdays in the summer will be about compassion, compassion for self, compassion for others, and also the practice of Donglen, sending and receiving, which is a very famous Tibetan Buddhist practice. On May 31st, we are rolling out the meditation station here at, 12 o'clock, right, after our sitting. So we'll be here on Sunday, May 31st. Harvey and Ann will be in Laredo, Texas. The first weekend in May doing something. Second weekend away, I'm in Portland. Oh, okay. First weekend, Anne is in Portland. Second weekend, we are in Laredo.
Green Tara practice.
Green Tara
Day
practice.
long. And a public talk on Friday.
Bringing it to South Texas. Hee-haw. Anything else to bring to mind? Yes.
And next Sunday after meditation, we will celebrate our very
Oh,
own
yes.
Mzula Claire has completed her PhD, and there will be and she's going to tell us a little bit about what her dissertation was about, at least until our eyes glaze over. We're going to be like, maybe after that. So please join and help spread the word. There will be an announcement this week that all are invited.
And there's going to be a short interpretive dance.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Everybody should totally come. Ego of Buddha, a Tibetan contemplative history and its implications for religious studies.
Yeah.
So thank you all for coming on a beautiful day. May it be a wonderful day for you. And then for those doing the retreat, it's the next link is link, really?
3.
Link number
This
number
is
3.
Link number 3 at 1:30. What?
And practice
Practice.
Tuesdays on the second and fourth Tuesdays. Please come, one and all, at 6:30. 6:30. Great to see you. Yes.
Could I share with you one thing?
Yes.
Inspired by a picture of Geshe Wangyal. I had one.
Do you need the microphone?
Yeah, give
Dennis the
Dennis is
microphone.
visiting from California, a good friend of Dawn Mountain.
And an old Dharma brother from years back.
I had one interview with Geshe Wangyal, and it was just a spur of the moment, and he sort of liked me for some reason. Anyway, I wasn't in the mood to talk in a chatty way, and I said to him, he sort of said to me I could ask him a few questions, so I said to him, how should I live? You know, which is different from the usual. And he looked at me for a long time, and it made me wonder but he finally smiled at me and said, if you hold on to one negative conception, it'll poison your life. And so I took that to heart. That hit me square in the heart.
Yeah.
It really did.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank
A
you.
word from our teacher, Geshe
Geshe
Wangyal.
Wangyal.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Enjoy the day. It's a lovely, lovely day. Thank you for coming. Please come back.